Where was the nearest doctor? Or did you even think about having a doctor?
Well, Dr. White, have you heard of Dr. White?
Mm-hmm.
He was the only doctor we had here. And he used to go on Cuchillo.
Were most of the children born at home by then? I mean,
Yeah, they had midwives. And
oh, okay.
before Dr. White came, we had midwives.
So,
that's the way.
So if somebody died in Cuchillo when you were there, did you have to call the law, or what was the process?
I don't think so. I don't think they did. Like now you have to have everything, you know. Even when you're born. When you're born, I don't think all that you did was born, they wrapped you up and there where you were. Register you at the courthouse, I guess.
Yeah. What were some of the businesses in Cuchillo when you were growing up?
That store had everything there.
Where the bar and the store?
Yeah, with the store and bar, yeah.
Yeah.
We had clothes there, shoes, you know, and all kinds of groceries there. You could buy material, make your own clothes or anything like that.
Well, did the road always go down through the middle of Cuchillo, or did it go around it, or?
Well, since I remember, it's always gone like
Right.
that. But I have heard that before it was almost as close to the store. There was a ditch of water going in front of the store.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Yeah.
What about the old, just up from the store, there's a big building up there that they said used to be a state, I think it's where the Bechtels live.
The Vector, the school?
Was that the school, or was
Yeah.
that a stagecoach?
No, that was school. Oh. I don't know anything about that, but I heard in the back store was a coach that the big building that I don't know if you ever seen in the back of the store. There was a big building made adobe house. The house upstairs and everything. And I heard that's what it was, but I don't know.
Okay. When did your dad start the cafe there in?
I don't know what years he did. The 50s, I guess.
In the 50s.
I think so, yeah.
Was that the one that burned out up on the
No,
hill?
there was other people that moved there and they were gonna open a cafe there. And it burned out there. No, my dad had it, you know that across the store, there was that house there. I don't know, you knew Manuela Podaca?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where he lived? That right there. It was a big building right in front of the house. And that's where my dad started the cafe. I think it was in the late 40s or the early of the 50s, something like that.
And where would he get his chili? Did he grow his chili?
Oh, we grow our own chili.
Okay, when you got the chili and you preserved it, what did you do to preserve the chili?
Well, we just can't get there. And if we're going to make it, get it there, soak it, watch it cook, put it in water, put it in the blender.
You dried it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know what they did. Really, I don't know. Because I don't know if we had a blender then when my dad opened the cafe.
He did a lot of hard work then.
He made his own tortillas. He made everything. And you know what? He had a wooden stove. He didn't have no gas then. Wooden stove. And a gas, one of those oil. Oil, what is the name of that? The one we used to use to the lamps?
Coal oil stove.
Yeah. He had a stove like that too. That's what he was.
I bet those were good enchiladas.
Yeah. But you know, there was nobody health or nothing expector, the health like me, you know. They used to come every month, buy water, had to eat, and I didn't take my water, everything. My dad used to get the water from the wells and
Did you have, and when did you cook green chili? When did you have the green chili then? If you didn't have electricity and you didn't have freezers, was green just...
we had those, what are ornos, we called them, those big things.
Uh-huh.
That's where we cooked them. They knew how to do it. I remember they put a lot of fire, and they sweep all the fire, the ashes out, and then they put the chili and just turn it around, and that's the way they do it.
And then they dried it that way?
Yeah, then we peel it, and then they dry it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So they still had red and green chili, but,
Oh, yeah.
but they didn't put it in the freezer.
No, we didn't know freezers.
Just
They
dried
had
green
no
chili.
freezers, yeah.
But
That's
you
a
know the
dry
funniest part about it, when we live in the ranch, you know,
Uh-huh.
we didn't have no electricity, we didn't have no icebox, we didn't have nothing. We milked the cow and we put it in a can, a bucket, and put it, there's a string or a rope, and put it down in the well to keep it cold. And then I remember my mother used to have a big pan, put it in the window, because the windows just were big, you know, because those adobe houses were so. And if he put that food there, it never spoiled. And now, even in the icebox, you have to throw away food.
True.
Yeah.
Were there any special people that you remember in Cuchillo that really made an impression on you?
No,
El Fego, was he?
it's just, you know, it's, yeah.
Probably to you, they're all just
Yeah.
people that you know. To us, we would probably like to know about them.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's right, because we were all raised there, you know, we were just friends, we were cousins, everybody that lives there were cousins. You know, after I had my kids, you know, and they got married, and the girls, the daughter-in-law, she said, you turn around and everybody's your cousins around here.
Well, as kids, what did you play? I mean, if you ever had time to play, what kind of games or what did you do?
Hide and go seek, I remember we played that. And then that hopscotch, or what is it, that you jump, we played that. We had dolls, we had little dishes to play, you know, and all that. And then my mother, I remember my mother made me a little house from a cardboard box, a big cardboard box. He made it and he divided it upstairs, and then he made me the dolls, the rag dolls. And that was, but I had dolls. That's what when I was little, I had dolls.
How many brothers and sisters did you have?
I had a brother and a sister,
Okay.
and they're all gone. I'm by myself.
Oh, you're the last one, huh?
I'm the last one.
Who owned the store there? When you talk about going to the Cuchillo store,
The Apodakas
the Apodakas owned the store there.
Did you meet your husband Lalo?
in Cuchillo.
Silly question.
Yeah.
Well, then when and where did you get married?
I got married in Monticello, at the church in Monticello. We got married in 1945. And then we moved over here. And since then I've been living here in Deer City.
Sherry, do you have some questions you want to ask her?
Yeah. When you were talking about the store and Mr. Apodaca, did your family have a charge account there?
Oh,
at the
yes.
Yeah. And tell us about the charge account that the store had.
I can't tell you because I don't know anything.
Yeah.
The only thing that I knew, they had a charge, and every time they sell the cows, the cattle, or the hay, they pay it. That's all I know.
Uh-huh. Did they pay in cash or did they? Is that
Yeah,
how-
it has to be in cash.
It had to be in cash.
Yeah, because my dad had an account in Socorro, I guess. Was the nearest bank we had.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I think but I don't know. I think they pay cash, you know.
Who was your best friend in Cuchillo when you played with children? Do you remember who your best friend was?
Well, we were, you know, all our cousins live there. We all got together and played together, and because all the family, like I said, all our family lives there.
Did you always get along real well with?
Yeah, oh, we did. Yeah, we did.
It's-
We grew up, you know what we used to do on Sundays? If our parents were gone, we used to cook the corn, make the corn tortillas, and make enchiladas.
Oh.
That was our big meal but it was just the girls. There were about 5 girls of us, I guess. Everybody took turns, we had to do the corn, you know. Yeah.
What did the boys do? Cause trouble?
got trouble, I guess. But they, with the horses and all that, you know.
And you didn't like horses? Or did
Yeah, I used to ride when I was at the ranch. I used to ride horses all the time. I don't like horses now.
Did you always live on the ranch, or did you later?
Well, in the summer we live in the ranch. Winter we came to Deer Sea. No, not Deer Sea, to Cuchillo to go to school.
Okay. And so you had a house there at the ranch, and then you had a house there.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And did anybody stay at the ranch then, when everybody?
Well, I guess my dad was off and on going over there because he had cattle over there and animals, you know, like pigs, and he used to go over there. Yeah.
How did you go about selling your cattle?
I don't know. I don't know.
That wasn't your, that wasn't your job.
No, I didn't know anything about that.
How many children did you and Lalo have?
5.
And their names?
Orlando and Joe, George, Debbie, and we call him Pee Wee. No, Ron.
Well, we call him Pee Wee.
Yeah.
And where do they live now?
Orlando and Debbie lives here. Orlando used to live in Santa Fe. He retired from the state in Santa Fe, and then they moved over here. And my other 2 boys live in Cruces, and the other one lives in Albuquerque, Las Lunas. George lives in Las Lunas.
And did you say Debbie lived here?
Yeah, Debbie lives here.
Okay. How many grandchildren do you have?
11.
And great-grandchildren?
8.
That keeps you busy.
Well, I don't see them that often, you know. It's just 3 that I have here.
What did you and Lalo do for a living?
Well, he worked at Caretaker for many years, you know. And then he worked for the city. And after that, he went to work at a contractor, roads contractors, and we were all over the state. We moved here, we moved to the north. We were all over New Mexico.
And then when did you take over the cafe in Cuchillo?
You know that it's in the late 80s. That place was a mess. We had to remodel it, fix it good and everything, you know.
It was always just as neat as could be.
But I want you to see that when we started, because see, my dad was gone for I don't know how many years by the time we opened it, you know. So.
And why did you decide to open it?
I don't know, because I was crazy. I don't know why. It was so funny. We were coming from Santa Fe, and we stopped to see my brother there in, Benji. You know, who was my stepbrother, but we call him brother. And in Rio Rancho, they live in some little town there near Albuquerque. So they said, why don't you open the Cuchillo Cafe? So that, and we were working, Lala wasn't working, I was here. I used to work at the Spur Cafe with Jenny and CL. And they said, yeah, it'd be a good idea. Well, we start remodeling the thing, and here we are.
And we miss it,